Hey, kamusta ka? Manapun. Hello, people from Dumaguete and in Manila. This is a video about Siim Roosipuu. Poor Mr. Roosipuu. Now, I watched a video the other day about when he was in handcuffs like this and he was sitting with his lawyer. I saw the whole video, but before all I saw was the short clip, and the short clip, he did not look very sincere about what he was saying. But when I see the long video, I think he is very sincere. I think he is really sorry for what he said about the Philippine men and about what he said about Philippine women. But I do not think he is sorry for what he did when he was driving his car with his son sitting in the front seat with, it wasn't very safe, and he got many viewers who left messages asking him to buy a seat for the baby, to put the baby in the safety seat, and he ignored all of that. Also, we don't hear nothing about all these girls that he took to the waterfall, all these girls that he deceived, that he tell, oh, I'm single and we go to the waterfall just for a memory. We didn't hear about this, and the reason I think we didn't hear about this is because all of these girls, I think they've been paid off. I think they got their compensation and they probably had to sign a gagging order to stop them talking. That's what I think. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. And I think the last girl, the one with all the brains, the one who knows all the councillors, who contacted the mayor's office, the one who made the 3 videos on TikTok and exposed Siim Pro-Life Traveller, and then after she made all these videos, he deleted all of his videos about the waterfalls and all the girls, because he must have had a tip off. I believe that girl was part of a sting. I believe he was being set up by this girl. It's possible that this girl was probably filming him taking her to the waterfall, and then he was filming her, not realizing that she was that he was being set up, and then she made all these videos on TikTok and it went viral, and he was exposed. So he decided he's going to delete all these videos that he had, and he deleted all the videos, and then he started being a loving husband and father and taking his wife and son out and on trips, and so that's what I think happened. I think he was probably set up. But anyway, I think that particular woman, I think she got quite a big chunk of that payout and probably had to sign a gagging order. So that side of the case is now finished. That's been taken care of. There's a couple of things where he gave a kid a vape for 2 seconds, and the kid took one drag and you saw the kid blow out the smoke. He did offer the vape to another kid, but the kid said no. So there was that little thing, but you can just call that being irresponsible. You can say that's just being irresponsible, He shouldn't have done it, he did. He's been inappropriate at times to women, blah, blah, blah. You can say touching a girl on the head, in the arm, blah, blah, blah. But come on, I mean, we used to do this in the UK years ago. You used to pat women on the backside, but obviously you can't do it now. When a woman used to walk past a building site, the men used to wolf whistle and the woman would get all embarrassed. Well, you can't even do that now. That's against the law. You can't even touch a woman like that. That's classed as sexual contact. It's just totally ridiculous. But anyway, that's the law in most Western countries now. But in Asian countries, maybe some women would be offended and other women wouldn't be offended. But they could have said to him, please don't touch me, and he wouldn't have done it again. So there is that side of it. He went down to a river and he said to the girls, we ain't got bras on. Well, that's just a little thing. I mean, you can't go. He was walking through a market and he said that Filipino men look like monkeys. Well, you know, do they? Don't they? Do some look like monkeys? Most probably do, you know. But he only said it once, and that was over a year ago, you know. And Melon Man, who found what he was saying offensive, he made some clips and put different videos about Pro-Life Traveller, and no one cared. No one cared then. You know, he made a video about Siim being inappropriate and walking through and calling monkeys and saying a woman's buang and other things, and no one listened to him. He sent letters to different government agencies, and he actually put these letters on his channel to make, you know, he showed it publicly that he'd done this. No one cared, you know. But now all of a sudden, you know, what Siim has said is called Filipino men monkeys. Oh my God, it's such a terrible thing. Oh my God, he's, you know, oh please, you know, he did this a year ago before he had a child. I think he cleaned up his act a little bit, all right. He was being deceitful. He's taking these girls to the waterfall and filming them through his channel and not telling them. But obviously now that's all finished, because I think they've all been paid off and they've had to sign a gagging order, so they can't say nothing about it. So that's all taken care of. I think they probably contacted immigration and said to him, like, you know, don't renew his visa. That's why when he went to renew the visa, he took so long, and then he come out and said that, oh, it cost me 9,000 pesos and all that. He was obviously worried, and he tried to get his son and wife the passport very quickly, but obviously that didn't happen. They knew they had to move in. They knew they had to move in quick to seize all of his goods. They seized all of his goods, and then it was pushed forward very quickly for this council hearing, and he was made persona non grata. Now, the last girl who, once she was made persona non grata, this last woman who he'd met at the taken to the waterfall, the one who made the 3 videos, I'm not going to mention her name because you probably know who she is anyway. She made these 3 videos. She then made a video thanking the councillors for acting so quickly to push through the persona non grata. So she knew the councillor who was actually delivering that speech at the council meeting. She knew him. Now, how does she know him? Is he a friend? Is he a relative? Is he a cousin? Could he be an old acquaintance? But she knows all those councillors. So she was obviously a big part of him getting that persona non grata. Now, I don't give 2 monkeys about Siim, and that is a bit of a pun. I don't give 2 monkeys. I don't give 2 monkeys about Jelena, but what I do care about is that kid is not going to have a father, and that is wrong. Now, I know Siim's done wrong. He's admitted he's done wrong. He's paid whatever he's paid, and he's going to probably pay more. But I think for the sake of his son, that he should not be deported. I think this persona non grata maybe for Dumaguete. They don't want him back in Dumaguete, but he can go and live somewhere else in the Philippines, and he can be a good father. He can bring up his son. You know, I think what should happen is that Pro-Life Traveller, the YouTube channel, should be deleted. I think it should be deleted, and I think he should start another channel from scratch and start a new leaf. And I guarantee within 1 week, he will have 50,000 subscribers, because he's got a lot of people who follow him. So he could start another channel tomorrow and have 50,000 subscribers, but he could start a new leaf, you know? No more of these waterfall, no driving properly, putting yourself, wearing the seat, doing everything properly. He doesn't want to upset people. But give the man a chance, you know, give the man a chance. I do not believe for 1 second, and I've said this in all the comments that I've made, he did not commit any sexual abuse against any child. He did not, you know, and a lot of you people know that. Now, there were people who never followed Siim, and all of a sudden they've come up out the woodwork because they want to get their 2 pennies worth. They want to jump on the bandwagon and get all their views, because a lot of these channels are monetized. My channel is not monetized, not yet. Anyway, I hope it will be one day, but it's not yet. So I believe, you know, they've all jumped on and now they've all backed off because now obviously it's been said that he's going to be deported. I do not think that they are going to rush this deportation. I do not think that. I think it's going to drag on for months and months and months. I think they're going to make an example of him like they made an example of Italy. They're going to break him down, then they might deport him. But I really think they should think about his son. Think about his son. His son needs a father. His son needs a father. Do not break up this family. You know, give him a chance. Let him live in the Philippines. Let him live in the Philippines and bring up his son. That's my message now. You know, I don't give two monkeys about Siim, and I don't care how that sounds. I don't give two monkeys about Jolene. I care about his son his son should have a proper family life. The son loves his father. Siim loves his son. Yeah? So please, Philippine people, give him a chance.